Hey, it is time for Trash Talk, and we are here in the blizzard of 25
Well, I
in
think,
North
yeah, yeah.
Texas.
Allegedly, yeah, yeah, yeah. It happens every year. We
I
get
know.
one or two, days or three. Usually it's later though. This was a little earlier. Usually it's late February. It's usually around between Super Bowl and Valentine's Day is typically when it happens.
Yeah,
And I mean, my first year in Texas, the Super Bowl was here. Obviously, of course, the Cowboys weren't playing in it, but
yeah.
it was here, and that was the ice apocalypse. They had to shut things down, and it really was a lot of ice. I'll give them that.
Yeah. I had just moved here. I moved here 1 month before that ice storm.
Yeah, yep,
It completely threw me off kilter because my two cars sat covered with ice in the driveway because all of my goods had been shipped from Florida and was sitting in the garage. So, you know, but this is almost like what we used to get in Florida with hurricanes. They would start 5, 6, 7 days out telling you it's coming and be prepared, and watch for it, and it may shift it. And the weather forecasters here have been doing the same for days and days. Make sure you got enough food and all, because if we get this snow and everything, you could be homebound for 24 hours.
Well, and it's crazy because I mean, number one, they live for it because there's nothing to talk about. But
Yeah,
number
yeah.
two, like I don't know. I still to this day been in Texas 13 years. And to this day, I don't understand Texas people. Okay. I don't get it. I don't get it. Look, guys, if you've lived in Texas all your life, people are like, I lived in Texas all my life. Then why is this new to you? Like, I
Right.
understand you don't like the snow. You're not from part of the country I'm from. I understand you don't like the cold. I get that. I understand you don't like the ice. Nobody does. You don't want to drive in it. But why is it new to you? You know how this is going to play out. And they're like, well, you remember that one year, a couple of years ago, we had a couple of days without electricity. Yeah, I remember that. This is not that situation. This is
Right.
literally like we knew that was going to be bad. I mean, yes, our grid sucks, but we knew that was going to be bad. This is literally a 30-hour window. We have about 4 days of cold. We're going to get potentially up to 2 inches. Some areas could see up to six. I
Yeah.
doubt it. And
Right.
it's going to be gone by Friday afternoon. It's not going to refreeze on Saturday.
Right.
How many loaves of bread do you need? Just stop it. Just stop it.
I think it's a conspiracy that is started by Home Depot and Lowe's and all the rest, and the food stores, to get people out to buy up everything they possibly can get their hands on before the blizzard sets in.
Well,
And, and
don't get me wrong, from my business standpoint,
yeah.
we like it, but I can also tell you right now the amount of pressure that it puts on us. And because you got to remember, it's January.
Right.
January, yes, people eat, people go grocery shopping, but we are coming off of massive holidays. We are now getting back to normalcy of shopping.
Right.
And then now you hit us with this event that is wiping the shelves of not just one product, not just two products, but everything. And then
Right.
you
Yeah.
expect us to replenish within a day, but you got to remember these products come from other parts of the state that could be experiencing ice, other parts of the country. And then when they're not there, you're mad at us because we don't have them, even though you
Right.
bought 50 bottles of milk and 5,000 gallons of water.
Yeah. And the kids were just off of school for a couple of weeks, and they go back to school, and then 2 days later they got a blizzard coming. Now, folks, you know, Brandon's from Detroit and I'm from Chicago, so when we use the word blizzard, we're using it very loosely. because 2 inches in North Texas is a blizzard, not a snowfall, a blizzard.
Bro, 2 inches isn't even average.
Yeah.
So come on, Texas.
But now your kids have been home and you tried to keep them busy and you're thankful that they're back in school. And 2 days later, you get a couple inches of snow and they're going to shut down the schools. Probably, they already start to scroll across the bottom of the TV screen which counties are being affected and to prepare and what the school closings. And now you got to make sure that you got plans for your kids for a day, and then then they go back to school the next day.
I mean, and I get, like, don't get me wrong, I get a preemptive strike on a business level. Like yesterday at work, we had we had a couple things planned for Thursday that were going to be, but because of potential,
right,
we just said, okay, look, let's move them to next week. They're not like, it's not in a time restraint. We decided to move our partners, anybody who didn't want to work that day, they want to switch their days off. Like, let's say your day's off Tuesday and you're working Thursday. Hey, guess what? How about you work Tuesday and don't come in Thursday? Yeah. We have enough people that are in the area that are like myself, that are not scared, and it's snow. It's not even ice. It's snow. 2 inches, guys, 2 freaking inches. And we'll go to work. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to take advantage of rolling in a little late because I don't want to get up early. But, that's what I would do.
And you can blame it on the 2 inches of snow.
Yeah, and I don't care if it's out there because what are you going to do,
Yeah.
But we moved a couple things, and then on a truck level, yes, let's order our trucks that maybe come in Thursday. Let's just bring them on in Wednesday and call it a day. Preemptive strike. If it happens, we're covered. If it doesn't happen,
Yeah. And typically we're all waiting for this to happen. And the people that were north, between us and Oklahoma,
yeah,
they got more snow and flurries and everything. The people south got virtually nothing, and they're the ones that are saying, "Hey, wait, where's this snow we're supposed to get?" But when you're living in a metropolitan area like that, you never know where it's gonna come. And not only that, but it's here today, it's gone tomorrow.
It's gone. Look, and that's why, like, I take Luke out, we go enjoy it. I put his boots on, I get some gloves. Let's go walk around in the snow and eat it. Well, maybe not, but let's go throw some snowballs if we can. We ain't building a snowman with 2 inches of snow. We might build a snow smurf, We could do a snow smurf. That could work.
A snow troll.
Yeah. Hey, look, and the snowballs might be like snow marbles, but we're going to have fun with it regardless, But Texas got to calm down. And I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear from people from the South. I don't want to hear it, guys. It happens every year. Calm down. God, I can't stand it. This is my favorite time of year when it's cold. And even if we don't get snow, I just want it to be cold so I can wear my 20-year-old hoodie, guys. This hood, look at the holes.
Right.
Look at this. Look at this. You can see my nipple. This 20-year-old hoodie, I mean, it has been sewn by multiple ex-girlfriends. It has been sewn by my ex-wife. I won't get rid of it, but
and I see the cord's missing from the hood too.
I don't know. 10 years ago, I lost that. But look at the inside lining, guys. This is the most comfortable hoodie in the world.
That's right.
That
is the designated blizzard hoodie.
I mean, look at this. You guys pay to get those little thumb things? I don't have to pay for it. I will never get rid of this hoodie, but I'm afraid to see it's winding down, mostly because you got to wash it, and that's where the damage gets done. That's how you know I'm ready for the snow.
Yeah, I was just going to say, if anybody sees Brandon in that Quicksilver sweatshirt, you think, oh my God, there's a blizzard coming.
That's it. It's like on Groundhog's Day. You got some winter left if you see me in this.
Right. Uh, it is amazing for those of us who grew up from up north. I mean, I remember, gosh, if you had a foot of snow on the ground, your mother would still wake you up and say, "Get your butt out of bed, get dressed. The bus is going to be here in 15 minutes."
Well, and they didn't care if you were late. Like the schools were like, yeah, we know it took you 50 minutes to get to school, but we're still doing it. So
Right,
do it.
right,
Well, and here's the other thing. Kids got it so easy nowadays because they didn't have to get up at 5 a.m.
right.
and wait for the news to watch the scrolling. Now, it's usually canceled the night before. They get to sleep in. Or
Yeah,
they get a text message. We get a text message. No school today. Okay, let me go back to bed. Luke
right.
never has to watch the news for the scrolling closures of school. He's gonna get a text message.
Well,
I
not
think
only
we get
that,
an
yeah,
email.
yeah. Not you would get the text message, and then the first thing you would say is, "Oh my God, what am I going to do with the kids today? How am I going
I
to
know.
get to work? I got to go to work, and then you have to find out whether work is open because there's 2 inches of snow on the ground, and they can't get a plow to come out to your parking lot to remove the 2 inches of snow."
Well, and the other thing is too, like daycares are closed. So if the school's closed, daycares are closed. Now
Right.
what? You can't
Yeah.
call grandma to drive here because she's snowed in on 2 inches of snow. You can't call the neighbor because the neighbor's too scared to walk down the street.
Yeah. The only thing you
Like
can
we're
hope for is that you call in to work and they say, "Oh no, we're closed. Take a
well
day
that,
off."
or they say don't worry about it. My work is great. I give them a lot of props because we have, we call it like the snow team and, or severe weather team. And obviously, if it's bad enough, they will shut down. But typically it's, okay, who lives within 2-3 miles of here?
Yeah.
We sign up, we go to work for a few hours. And then
So
if we decide to leave or if we're there and let's say it gets bad, they'll shut it down. But like honestly, like I remember like a couple of years ago, I went because I lived right downtown Frisco and I was working at that location. And they're like, "Do you think you can make it?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could walk there."
I was going to say, if not by car, I can walk.
Right. And I remember going and nobody was there. Nobody. And I remember going and doing what I was doing. I was really just putzing around trying to find stuff to do and collect my money. And then one of the top leaders there looked at me and goes, "All right, Brandon, it's time to go." I'm like, "Bro, I've been here like 3 hours." And they're like, "No, we're shutting down. It's getting worse." And I'm like, "Okay." And then I was like, dang, like I wanted to get my time in and they're like, "Go home." I was like, "All right, well, do I need to like make up that time or?" And they're like, "Oh no, we're paying you for the day." And I'm like, "Oh, send me home then. All right. I'll
That's
see
right.
you later, buddy."
I'll be happy to walk home.
Yeah. And it was crazy. And they did that like 2 or 3 days. I remember like there was like 3 days in a row. I was the only one there,
Yeah.
like in my department, just hanging out with the alcohol, and
So you really have a severe weather team?
yes, we do.
Do you guys get together in the conference room to discuss what your strategy is when
Kind of
that
funny
one
because
or 2 inches
yeah,
comes down?
yesterday we had a full blown meeting. And I mean, we had to because we have 674 people that work there, so we have to communicate with them like, okay, we don't need you guys. Like,
Right.
let's get, because they don't know what the plan is. A lot of places are like, "Well, we'll see you when you get here." And we're like, "Look, if you don't feel safe, we're not going to dock you. Like, you're not going to get in trouble. Just don't come." So if we can
Right.
do a preemptive strike and say, "This is the only people we need," then we do it. And we had to move trucks and stuff. But yes, I sit in those meetings, even though I don't want to go. And I told myself in January I was going to go to meetings because I didn't do it all year. So I thought,
That was
yeah.
your New Year's resolution. This
I
year, I'm going to
also,
go to the meetings.
yeah, and it's also January, so it's kind of slow. So I'm like, I'm already here anyway. I mean, literally yesterday, the meeting was at 1 o'clock, and I was like, I might be a few minutes late. And my boss was like, we literally moved the meeting to 1 because we knew you'd be available. And I'm like, dang it. All right. So, so now I'm going to meetings every now and then in January. I'll probably give up in February, but
And then you had to go to the meeting after the blizzard and all to reassess the plan that you had.
I know.
To.
So here's the thing. They are doing huddles every day leading up to the alleged blizzard. They were doing huddles 10 a.m. Just a quick recap. And I'm like,
right,
bro, I got things to do. I didn't sign up for a huddle.
Right. What did we learn from this occasion so that we will be better prepared for the next 2 inches that comes?
It hasn't even been 24 hours yet, and you're having a huddle and asking what's going on. The same thing I told you yesterday.
Yeah. And to that next blizzard, which we might get this year. Maybe. It might not be till next year, but we want to be prepared.
Well, my biggest thing is like, why are we going to a huddle the day after the meeting, less than 24 hours? Like, what changed?
Yeah.
Like, okay, guys, we just talked about this yesterday, but is everybody on the same page? Yeah, because we talked about it yesterday. Oh God, don't get me started. But my thing is like, I'm just gonna hang out. I just hang out at work. Like, I don't know what the big deal is.
Just go out and enjoy the snow. Like you said, make that little snow golf ball.
Yeah, he'll be like this size. Like, this is the size.
No, well, folks, for those that survived the blizzard, and by the way, you could probably get a T-shirt that said, "I survived the blizzard of 25."
Yeah.
Go out and make sure that you start the car up, and let it warm up for like 20 minutes before you get in. Man, I'll tell you, this place is something else.
It is.
So anyhow, go out and make it a good one. And I hope you survive the next blizzard. Make sure you run down to the store and buy up all of the toilet paper that they've got on the shelves, so you'll be prepared for the next blizzard.
It is a proven fact scientifically that you crap more during blizzards, I guess. So you have to, the normal role you might go through in a household, or let's say you have 5 people, so you need a couple extra because, and you decide to make tacos. Like, you need it because you crap more when it snows, apparently. I don't.
Especially after you eat a lot of tacos.
I guess that's the thing. I don't get it, but.
Go out and make it a good one. Come back and see us again next week. Bye.